What is up, guys? It's the Sound Alchemist, and I'm here really tired because the whole epidemic thing is just beating my butt right now. So I am considered an quote unquote essential worker. So I work at a hardware store, and yeah, it seems like traffic has increased, even though like people are supposed to be staying their butts at home. It's like, no, let's bring the whole family over. Oh man. And not just that, but like traffic has increased and our hours have decreased, but we still got to do everything we normally would be doing on a regular day, but now with like a whole bunch of people swarming you for hand sanitizer, Lysol wipes, toilet paper, and it's just like, chill. Like, you guys are acting like it's the end of the world. But anyway, I'm here. I'm tired, but I don't think I spoke about the Farsight Enclave stratagems. If I did, I apologize. But there's only 6 of them that were in the Psychic Awakening the Greater Good. So I just wanted to give you my opinion on them. Because I know for sure that we did cover the ones for the regular Tau Seps, not the Enclaves, and those are pretty good. So there's 6 of these here. So without further ado, let's dive right in. So let's start it off right with Danger Close. For a single command point, you use this stratagem during your shooting phase when you have either a strike or a breacher team that's about to shoot. Until the end of that phase, when you make an attack with that team using a ranged weapon against an enemy unit within 12 inches, you can re-roll wound rolls. It's cool. You guys probably know this by now. I know my play group does. I don't use Fire Warriors, so I'm never going to be using this thing. I should, because obviously troops are the core of a 40k army, but not me. No. It's. I mean, if you're within 12 inches of the enemy, you're probably going to get charged. So Danger Close just makes it easier for you to wound the enemy and hopefully kill off the entire blob, so when they won't be able to charge you, or if there's still some left, you could kill them with your Overwatch. But anyway, let's keep it moving with Furious Assault. This one is also a single command point, but you use this stratagem in the charge phase, when a jetpack unit from your army has just finished a charge move. Jetpack units pretty much, it's mostly going to be just your battle suits. But anyway, for each model in that unit, you can select one enemy unit within 1 inch of that model and roll a d6. On a 3-up, the enemy suffers a mortal wound. So the thrusters of your battlesuit are essentially beefed up, where you can like go into combat with like a surging tackle, and hopefully you get to do, mortal wound. Just another way of softening up the enemy, allowing your battlesuits to go in there with the Onager gauntlet or maybe fusion blades. So again, the whole theme with the Enclaves and Farsight is that they're supposed to be better in close combat, or at least more geared towards fighting up close, which is generally the opposite of what the Tau want to do. So this is just enforcing that a little bit better. This next one here is called Firestorm, and it's also a single command point. You use it at the end of your movement phase, and you can select up to 3 Tau Empire units with the flyer roll from your army. And then it costs an additional command point for every other selected unit after that. So once you've selected all your units, you roll a d6 for each enemy unit within 3 inches of those units, and on a 4+, they suffer d3 mortal wounds. So basically, all your flyers are just raining hell on your opponent's models. It's weird, because like if you're in a tiger shark or manta ray, whatever you have on the field, it's like you have to be within 3 inches of the enemy to do this. Like, you're really close on a freaking flyer. Like, that's dangerous. Yeah, you're doing potentially 3 mortal wounds, but I don't know, that just seems a little counterproductive. Um, like I get what they're trying to do, but still, like, I don't know, if you're that close to the enemy where you need to do this command point thing to do potentially D3 mortal wounds, I don't know, you're in bad shape. But anyway, let's keep it going with Focused Fury. This one's also another command point, just a single one, and you use it during your shooting phase when a character from your army is chosen to shoot. Until the end of that phase, when you make any attack rolls, you can re-roll the wound roll. So that's just a better way of getting your... well, I don't even know why you would need this, because like usually your characters are going to be like your commanders, and they already hit with like a 2+. So I guess they're hitting, but now it's just an easier way to wound. It's only a single command point, so I can't complain, right? These next ones, they are either 1 or 2 command point for the Veteran Cadre. You use this stratagem before the battle even begins. This is when you select one XV8 Crisis Battlesuit or Crisis Bodyguard unit from your army that has at least 3 models. Or you can select a unit that has 4 or more models for 2 command points. Models in that unit have their weapon skill to a 4-up and their BS 3-up. You can only use this stratagem once per battle. This one's pretty good. Essentially, it makes your unit easier to hit, both in close combat and in the shooting phase. This one's really good, because they have stratagems, or not stratagems. Well, no, yeah, there are separate stratagems that can do this, through the use of like marker lights and stuff like that. But this, you don't even need to keep like relying on those stratagems, because for a one-time charge of either 1 or 2 command points, they just have that increase of BS and weapon skill. So yeah, it's pretty good, especially if you got like a 4 or more. I definitely wouldn't just use the 1 command point thing. Like this would be like a squad of 5, and they all have like fusion blasters or something like that. That's when you want to do the 2 command points to beef them up, make them powerful enough to hold their own and not rely so much on marker lights. Yeah, this one's pretty cool. Out of all the ones I've read so far, this is probably the one I'd be using the most if I was playing the Farsight Enclaves. And anyway, we've got one more stratagem, and we've saved the best for last. Or did we? This one is Defense in Numbers, and this one is the most expensive at 2 command points. You use this in the fight phase, or your opponent's shooting phase, when an XV8 Crisis Battlesuit or Battlesuit Bodyguards is chosen as the target for an attack. Until the end of that phase, when a model in that unit would lose a wound, you roll a d6, and on a 5-up, that wound is not lost. So essentially, it's giving your squads a little bit of a chance to survive whatever's getting, fired their way. It's alright, I guess. This is definitely not the best for last. Because a 5-up, it's not that, like, you're not going to hit it very often. But it could come in clutch. Are you gonna spend 2 command points for this? Nope, I wouldn't. But yeah, those were the Enclave stratagems. Very lackluster in my opinion. Definitely, competitive-wise, the Enclaves don't seem very good. Like, the relics, they're alright. The Warlord traits are okay. But I think what makes playing the Farsight Enclaves shine is the ability known as Aggressive Footing. This is used on all your units, and whenever you're making an attack made by a ranged weapon against an enemy that is within 12 inches, you treat the unit as having 1 more marker light than it actually has. So, marker lights are the glue to the Tau army, and you really need to hit that sweet spot of having 5 marker lights. And Aggressive Footing is always going to make it seem like there's at least one marker light on whatever you're shooting at. So say you only manage to hit with 4 marker lights, boom, you've got that increase in BS right automatically. And if you don't, you can at least re-roll your ones to hit. So that's always good, no matter what you're shooting at. So aggressive footing definitely is what kind of tips the scales in the side for the enclaves. But still, I still say the best thing to do is to create your own sept, make your army tailored to the way you want to fight it or use it, and the stratagems for the main Tau are pretty good. But I still wouldn't knock out the enclaves because, again, aggressive footing can come in clutch, although 12 inches is very, very close to get charged. Very easy for that to happen. So I don't know. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys have been playing with the Farsight enclaves with the new Psychic Awakening rules and how that's been going for you guys. I'm going to go edit and then sleep for 12 hours. So I'll see you guys in the next one. Stay safe, stay indoors, and please don't let me see you at work, because you need to practice social distancing. This is the Sound Alchemist, part of One Mind Syndicate, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.